Hey, my friends, happy Wednesday. Welcome to the podcast. This is the Academy Answers podcast, and this is a podcast where we talk about happiness, success, full potential. I'm doing this late in the evenings. It's usually my worst time to do stuff. I'm a morning person. I am better in the mornings, and I've proven this over several decades. Since high school, I used to wake up early in the mornings to study, to do my work, and then that continued on into college, and that continued on into my blogging and into my businesses. That's my best time to do work. So I am a morning person. But this morning I didn't get a chance, and I promised myself, it's one of my New Year's thing. Although I'm not big on this New Year's thing in terms of actually starting. Although I do have goals for the year for sure, of course, like everybody else. But I actually don't wait until the 1st of January. If I have some concept to go with, or some idea or some plan, I go right away. It could be October 31st, it could be December 29th. I try to move, just when I get that inspiration. So I am now just doing this podcast at 4:20 in the evening, outside of my norm. But as I said, we have to push our limits, and something we've been doing, some of the do's and don'ts, and something came into my studies, that I came up in my studies, and I wanted to explore it with you. And I have done a lot of work in entrepreneurship and in personal development over the years, there's a lot of common things that comes up in personal finance in itself. I had an ebook on personal finance some years ago that did very well among my audience. I do this podcast in the industry, or in the area of personal development, and one common word that I use and everybody use is you have to make the sacrifice. Now you have to be able to resist instant gratification. And the thing though is that sacrifice is often taken too far, and I wanted to have that discussion to address that, because there is sacrifice and there is balance. And I'm doing this against the background that there is a science and there's an art of achievement. And if you want to be successful, you can become successful, and you still struggle to find happiness. And we have seen that over and over, where many successful people have self-destruct. The thing is, and this is the overarching point, this is the gem, this is the gold, this is the meat and potatoes of it. Sacrifice is for material desires. Sacrifice is for material desires. If you're making sacrifice, and this is where most people miss it, and I'll just go straight to the point. This is where most people get it all messed up. If you are going for something and there are sacrifices to be made, they must be based in material desires, meaning that you must be sacrificing only material gains, material possessions, material desires. You're starting a business. I remember when I was starting a business, and I had this nice car, and I was going to go hardcore into the garage business, and immediately I realized that I had to sell that car because that was the only vehicle, and I could not use that vehicle to do a garage business. I need something that would be a little bit more rugged, and I sacrificed the nice car, the comfort, cushy car for a more rugged vehicle. That's part of, or that's what qualify to be a sacrifice. You sacrifice a higher paying job to work somewhere else in the area that you plan to build a career in because you want the experience. So you sacrifice the money. You sacrifice the money. You sacrifice going out for 6 months because you're saving to buy your house. You sacrifice the clothing. When it comes on to your health, your family, your relationship, your integrity, those you balance. You balance those. You don't sacrifice those. What do I mean by balance? Balance suggests that you go in between the desired focus on a particular thing and the undesired. So you're doing your business, and all of 3 days, 4 days, you only get 3 hours rest. But on the 6th day, you rest for 10 hours or 12 hours. Or you go 16-hour days for 5 months, but you back off 6 months down the road and start to find better ways to do it. So you are spending more time focusing on your health and getting rest and rejuvenating your mind. That's balance. Balance is you spend 4 or 5 weeks working on a project, and by the time you get home, the kids are asleep. By the time they wake up, you're gone. But in the 7th month, you pull back and you come home in the evenings. You take them to some fun place that they want to go. You catch up on what they're doing, and you spend the next 3, 4, 5 months ensuring that they know that you're there for them and you're a part of their lives. That's balance. The desirable is to see them every day, and the undesirable is not to see them very often. But you're not leaving it for too long. If 2 years, a year pass, that's a sacrifice. You're sacrificing your kids for the business you're building. If you are going 2 years, 1 year running on 3 hours of sleep, you're sacrificing your health for the business. I know grind is common. I know hard work is encouraged. I know the proper work ethic. I know go for what you want. I understand all of that. I get it. I can relate. I am for it. But you have to draw the line between whether or not you're sacrificing the important things in your life or you're balancing them. I know you have to put food on the table, but being away from your family or barely seeing your family, or barely having the energy to spend with your kids for 20 years is not a balance. It's a sacrifice. And the important things in life, not all the time you'll be able to handle them the way they are supposed to be handled. But all the time you must be able to balance them. Balance is like a clown juggling 8 balls. He cannot hold all 8 balls in his hands at the same time, but he has to touch each one of them frequently enough to keep it going and to keep his act functional. So as you go through life, as you are at what you're doing, as you're engulfed in your goals, as you are trying to figure it out, everybody's busy. I'm not attacking people. I'm not saying people are stupid. I'm not trying to say people are not bright and they're messing up. I'm just trying to say that it is easy. No one is above the pull of everyday life. It will suck you in. Fast-paced nature of things will get the better of you. But I invite you to stop for a moment. When you take your pause, identify, break down your life, put it into some form of perspective, structure it, identify what are the important things, what are these things that are not sacrificable, for want of a better word, that needs to be balanced, and ensure that you have a plan to balance them. It's common to be destroyed by the term after I have, as soon as I am finished, when I am done, when I do this, after I get this. It is a dangerous thing to do with your life. And so many people ignore relationships, ignore hobbies, ignore purpose, ignore the family, ignore health, only to get that thing that they think they need most, and to realize that they can't enjoy it. It doesn't feel as good. It's not so fulfilling after they have gotten it. And I'll end right here. I won't go too far. And I heard T.I., the rapper T.I., said this once. And it is extremely profound. It's a powerful point. He said that you can do whatever you want to get to wherever you want to get to. You can do whatever you want. You can take any course. You can ignore your friends. You can ignore your health. You can mess up people. You can do whatever you want. But when you get there, how will you get your life back? After you do whatever you want to get to wherever you want to get to, you cannot come back to pick up your life. So today I want to make that distinct difference between sacrifice and balance. Do not sacrifice your health for your work. Balance them. Do not sacrifice your relationships and your family and your purpose for your work. Balance them. Balance. Learn to live your life with balance. Thank you, my friends. Always a pleasure. Thank you.